What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the Gun Bottle. Honestly, I didn't even think we'd be here yet, because this is only episode 5.
Hey, we here though.
You know what I'm saying?
35, 25, it's only right.
Listen, I mean, you got so many. When I think of you, you gotta think of Puff, man. Your name's just crazy. You know what I'm saying?
I just want somebody to, when my name pop, they just ask, what do you do? What do you do now? That's what I want to pop up. Nobody can put me into one category.
Let's introduce you better than that. You know what I'm saying? Because not every day do we get a legend in here. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of whatever goes on in life, when we step foot in these sneaks, what we gonna do is we gonna always celebrate Black success.
Amen to that.
And to see where you started from, see me, I had like a front row seat. You know what I'm saying? Because we down there started in one of the same sandboxes.
100%.
So to watch you always gave motivation to myself to, you know what I'm saying?
That's really good.
That's where we at right now. So, like I said, we had like a front row seat to your success. So battling all that shit on a daily basis, because we know how it is to grow up in Detroit. We know how it is.
It's wild. You gotta live to survive, then you gotta live to survive.
And to put that all in a bag and just say, you know what, I'm gonna take that with me to the top.
Got to.
So we appreciate that. That's what we do here at G Sneaks. That's what we do on the Gun Bottle. That's what we do on the podcast. So I'm gonna give you the flow, because this really about to be your show for about an hour. You know what I'm saying? And you can break it down, start from the beginning. How we get it right? Brian Jackson, start from the beginning.
Boy, oh boy. That nigga said Brian Jackson.
Brian Jackson. Because we gotta get Brian to get the BJ. Then DJBJ.
Alright, you tell me where you want me to start at. Cause I love shows like this. I love podcasts, and especially, like I said, the environment that we're around, it always opens up a new, you know what I'm saying, spot in my brain and what to keep about, you know what I'm saying? Especially like when we talking about fashion, when we talking about lifestyle.
Because we're gonna get to these.
Was that the same show I got on?
This the 15.
Okay.
This the inspiration for that.
Okay. So you know that deep,
you know that's always been my shit.
I just wait till my plug called me and say, hey, I got these, you know what I'm saying?
Which been me a couple times. So yeah, let's start at the beginning. Growing up, Brian.
I'm gonna say growing up, and I'm gonna keep it 100 funky with y'all whoever watching this right now. Like, life wasn't bad for me growing up. A lot of people got them younger stories of this and that. I had to go through this. I didn't really have to go through that. You know what I'm saying? I grew up on the west side of Detroit, pre-bowl schoolcraft, moved from.
Before we move back, you're not supposed to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we glorify the struggle, but that ain't what this life meant for. They never did the struggle. So
I know a lot of when I read this, everybody got them first part horror stories. This ain't that, you know what I'm saying? Still had my trials and tribulations throughout life, you know what I'm saying? But this ain't one of them. I gotta give it up to my mom and my dad, because they raised me very well. They bust their ass to make sure that I had what I needed, plus more.
I know the parents. Shout out to the parents. Yeah, Jackson. Shout out to him.
So, and I feel like growing up in Southfield was just damn near just as much growing up in Detroit, especially when we was at Southfield High. You know what I'm saying? That was, not saying it was the hood, but they called Latham the suburbs. And as soon as you come over all the way closer to 8 Mile, you know what I'm saying, we was damn near, we was thugging.
I think Southfield High was like the entry point to Southfield. Because it was right there, you know what I'm saying? You're only 2 miles from Detroit, and mostly I came to Southfield because my grandma lived in Southfield. We still live in Detroit, you know what I'm saying? So when she died, I came across 8 Mile. Right. And then I ended up at Southfield High, you know what I'm saying? But we coming from, the thing with Southfield High was weird because it is so close to Detroit, but at the same time, it was a whole different, Detroit, we getting chained in school. You coming to school, you late, you don't get in. You come to school, you go through the metal detector, the door chain behind you.
Southfield, we leaving for lunch, we out. I remember days in Southfield, bro. It used to be me, Doughboy Keith, Doughboy Dre, Doughboy Ralph, with Hoppin' Keith's Infinity. Keith used to have on the all white linen outfit, Rollies back then before we even knew what Rolexes was, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta give it up to Southfield High because it kind of like, not that it brainwashed me, but it just already set me ahead for real life. You know what I'm saying? So that was one of them turning points where it's like, I know what I want out of life, but some people got it right now. But what do I gotta do to get it. You know what I'm saying? And I was one of them shy kids in school. Like I was very well known, but I wasn't a talkative person.
You wasn't.
You know, I was actually quiet. I had an older brother who he put me up on a lot of stuff. Prada, Gucci, Louis. He was a 1.8 student, but he's about that pay.
Shout out to TJ. Yeah, for sure.
He's about that pay.
By the time I get there, TJ gone. You know what I'm saying?
He left 04.
You running shit. You know what I'm saying? So I come into a school where Detroit is always, okay, when you in DPS, it was just one popular family, like a family run the school. You know what I'm saying? You got the cousins, you got the, you know, they family is popular, they doing shit, whatever. So that's how you really gain popularity in DPS. But when you come to Southfield, it's like there's pots. Everybody is popular. The band, you got your most popular band people. You got your most popular in sports. You got your most popular in dress. You got your most popular in just any damn thing. And then when you get there, it's a different sight because it's like, why so much freedom?
Yeah.
Why do the kids have what my mama don't have?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all driving first off. You know, that's the craziest part. Y'all motherfucking, that's a sight to see, like, why the fuck is my classmate driving to school?
Right, yeah.
And then let alone what the fuck is he driving?
Yeah. I remember walking out them days, some lunch after school. I used to always park way in the back. So when I let them doors up
we jumping over shit. We gotta get to that. We still supposed you brought it
cool. Let's backtrack real quick. All right, so love baseball. Mr. Sharp, that was my favorite teacher. And baseball is my thing. That's what I really wanted to go to college for. I wanted to be a baseball player. I wanted to be a math teacher. Let's talk. Now let's jump forward. Let's go to 12th grade. One prom king, one best dress. Don't really know how. I think it was just a popularity because I'm not gonna say I was wearing on my brother's clothes, but I was wearing on my brother's clothes. You know what I'm saying? He knew what was hit. I didn't really know nothing about, you know.
Just shout out to having an older brother.
Yeah. Putting you up on game. And that goes to anybody watching this right now too, man. You gotta like. Sometimes as a young one, you gotta find somebody to lead. You know what I'm saying? Because you may think you know everything, but it's somebody out there who really know everything that you going through.
That's one of the hardest lessons in life, though.
For sure, you know. So, and that was my older brother for me. So let's talk whip wise too. You know, I started off with a regular.
Hold on, we gotta get that. We gonna get to that. We gonna get to that because we got time. We got time.
I love to jump around.
Yeah, I know you. I will get it.
I'm just gonna let you ask the question. I'd rather answer the question.
So as a child, let's do childhood. So as a child, because one thing we gotta respect is the hustle. When do the money, like you say, you grow up from a home where the hard working, the parents is working, they doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? So as a child, when do you start viewing that and say, you know what, I'm gonna follow suit? Because all we really do is take what our parents do and we throw that shit. We take it further.
So I know I had to follow suit from my mom and dad first because they had rental properties. So they had about 28 rental properties. So we used to have days where, you know, weekends, all of our friends is on their bikes out riding on their mopeds, and we gotta go clean out the rental property. You know, it's a tenant moving out. We gotta go, you know what I'm saying, use a whole day to go pick up money. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, like, is it this? My parents made it look easy, you know what I'm saying? But I knew it wasn't that easy. So I'm like, man, let me find a hustle where I can start making some of my own income and I can stop relying on them. So that really started back in middle school with selling candy at Thompson.
There we go.
So we used to do the airheads, we used to do the frozen Capri Suns, the sugar in the bag, you know. I just told myself, you know, if I can make myself $250 a week.
I think if you didn't sell that sugar Kool-Aid,
oh, you wasn't.
You can't. You not doing it. That wave of time right there. That's middle school for all. That sugar Kool-Aid. You talking about principal coming in middle school, opening the locker, pulling out book bags.
Yeah, it wasn't no school store. You had to come holler at BJ. You know what I'm saying? I don't even
cool.
think I was BJ back then. I was Brian. You know what I'm saying? So that's when it started. And then once we got to high school, like I said, my brother, he was never a smart kid, but he was good with his hands. So he ended up going to this place called OTEC. He used to take the bus there. He used to spend half of that there. He learned how to sew. So one day he came back and he was like,
Okay.
he was like, man, let's start making money. I know how to sew. He took a pair of jabots. We took the seam cutter. He bust the stitches down out the middle, and we started doing zigzags on the pants. And then we started putting people's names on the pants too. So we wore them to school one day. Somebody like, how you get them? When you get them? I'm like, just bring me a pair of pants. I charge you $50. I put whatever color you want on them. So, you know, gray and white nines come out. You got gray pants. I'm gonna do white stitching. Put your initials right here, zigzag, bust them open, bust them back. Here go your 50. Now, boom. We back up to our $250 a week. Me and my brother, boom. I'm in 10th grade, he in 12th grade, we busting. So then,
see, before you get to that, what I hear is y'all niggas, you know, y'all had influence early.
Oh, for sure. And I think that was just from, this before social media. This is before everybody could see everything. So we just neighborhood wide, you know? And everything is, the best promotion and the freest promotion is word of mouth. It don't cost you, and you don't actually have to do guerrilla marketing for word of mouth, because it's the next person telling the next person telling the next person. And that's when word got out.
For sure.
So, same year, I was laying on my bed one day, and my mom, she had ordered me some new bed sheets. And it was like just all the NBA teams on the bed sheets.
Mm-hmm.
So one day my brother walked in, and he seen the bed sheets, and he was like, give me your bed sheets. He snatched my bed sheet off. He cut up all the Detroit logos out of it, ripped some pants off. I think it was some academic pants. Ripped them open, start stitching the NBA patches.
And you let them
bed sheets.
And you let them cut your bed
sheets. Cut my bed sheets off. Boom. We're on the school the next day. Niggas like, where you get them? How you find them? Where you get them? And I'm like, you know, this DJBJ creation. You know what I'm saying? That's what we made. Let me get some. Before we know it, we was doing NBA pants, NFL pants, MLB pants. Boom, now we up to our 500 a week. So we just elevating, gradually elevating. I don't know why, but probably like a year into that, that's when them Unk jeans came out, where it was the real stitched in. We looking like, all right, somebody watching us. Maybe it was a coincidence or whatever, but it happened. And by that time, my brother gone away to, he left Southfield High, and you know, I'm there by myself.
That's when
and that's when I just fully got on my, let me really see how to take over the school, but let me still see how to be me. You know what I'm saying? I never wanted to change character or be somebody I'm not. Cause I know I'm not the flashy nigga, no, I'm not the quiet nigga. I mean, I know I am the quiet nigga, you know what I'm saying? So I think that was just a breaking point for me, like real life, of being on my own, because, you know, if it's a fight breaking out, I can't run on my brother no more.
Right.
You know, I gotta do shit on my own. So that was a big breaking point for me.
I mean, but you gotta think, I watched that breaking point. Cause that's when, like, I don't get to Southfield till 10th grade.
My 10th grade.
Your 11th.
My 11th grade.
Yeah. So I get to Southfield 10th grade. So after middle school, y'all come in, you already hustling, you already know you got the influence, you already know from just running around the house with your brother, sound like, and just watching your parents, it just sound like when you come to school, you already know, I'm BJ. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
And I got something to offer.
100%.
And I can sell it. For you to think monetization back fucking in, cause that's early 2000s. It's down to 20 years ago.
Graduated 06, that was 03, 04. Yeah.
It's a long time ago to be thinking funds back then. What the fuck are you buying? What you doing with the money?
I was buying dumb shit. I was buying rims. I was buying.
Don't call it dumb shit. Cause I still would go fuck the money up on that shit right now. Don't call it dumb shit.
I mean, I was buying rims. I was buying Nextel iPhones. I was buying the Scheme, academics. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever was in back then, I had to have it. You know what I'm saying? High top products. When Jay-Z dropped them Shine Carter,
That Carter Reebok.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I had to have it, you know what I'm saying? And that was just me, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't the one to come to school like, look at these, but I know if that Jordan dropped, you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta get it. If I gotta pay over ticket, whatever, and that was back then, that's why I don't mind paying now, because I get it, you know what I'm saying? That's somebody else's hustle.
That's somebody else's hustle.
Yeah, so.
It's a little more for me when I come in because I gotta catch up. I'm behind. You know what I'm saying? Coming from DPS and making that transition, I gotta catch up. You know what I'm saying? If I want to be who I was, because I'm quiet. That first shell, I'm quiet. That first whole, then I don't think I really said much that whole 10th grade year for real. You know what I'm saying? I just sat back and observed, and I would hear names. And then when I went throughout the day, I put the names with the faces.
Right, correct.
You know what I'm saying? So I heard BJ a lot more than when I saw it because of the girls in the class.
Yeah.
So such and such, and then you start to put the names with the faces, and then you realize like, how the fuck is these young niggas? Because we 16, we 15, we 16.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How the fuck is, I'm in math class, I know how to count.
Yeah.
Glasses, 15, phone, 5, shoes, 4, coat, 1,000, right?
Oh, stayed in the house sign, stayed with some gays,
Stay with it.
Yeah.
And it just made me, I couldn't compete on that level.
Mm-hmm.
So it made me find my niche. What I could afford to do, or what I could hustle, what I could maintain, what I noticed everybody wasn't really up on yet was these. Sneakers. It was my way into your, whatever the fuck y'all done created here. It was the fastest way that I could become myself, or be myself, and have some type of popularity in the school.
And come with it too.
Cause this shit costs, man.
It's facts.
It's cost. So that's how I found my way. And then once y'all embrace the sneaker, y'all embrace me. And then we got to see, oh damn, we homies for real. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Just because y'all, like, you know what I'm saying? Damn, y'all niggas ain't so bad. You know what I'm saying? So now we hanging, we going out, and then that gives birth to the probably what we still operating off on right now. The clicks.
Yep.
The clicks.
But I look at the world we live in now, I look at, if I can resort back to middle school, elementary school, everything is like I don't want to say the wrong word, it's like a cesspool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like, let's say elementary school is 200 kids. Out of them 200, if you can stand out, you Gucci. You go to middle school, it's 300 kids. Let me figure out how to stand out in these 300. High school, it's 500 kids. Let me figure out a way to stand out of these 500. Now you go to college, it's 10,000 kids. How can I stand out in this 10,000? And then boom, snatch you out of that shit. Now you're in the real world. You got 1 billion, 2 billion people.
How the fuck I stand out?
How can I stand out in this 1 billion people? You're just inside of my cesspool. It still make me successful. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't even really want to call it like popularity, because a lot of people ask like, how did you get where you at? I'm just gonna say it was taking over that community or that cesspool at the time. Because when those people build and grow, the name still goes on with them. They just trying to see what you gonna do next. You know what I'm saying? They still gonna talk. It's like I said, it's word of mouth. It's free promotion. You know what I'm saying?
And the better you do, the more you talk.
Correct. 100%.
100%. So, prime high school. We come out of high school. Y'all driving some shit that we clicking up. Cash Out Boys. What's the first group you belong to?
I only belong to one group.
Which one?
You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I'm not even gonna say I, but yeah, I was a dope boy. You know, to be honest with you, I was. Them was my niggas. Them was like my, you know what I'm saying, like my, like this between Keith, Dre, Ralph. Them was my dogs.
And I just come from school.
I just come from school. We used to hang every day, lunch every day, lunchtime in the gym, hooping. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm running with. You know what I'm saying? So.
And that was another thing that happened at Southfield, because it was just like brotherhood.
Yeah, for sure.
Brotherhood. Cause
nobody judged, nobody cared where you was from. Nobody, we go to the same school, you know what I'm saying? So it was just,
y'all niggas is my friend.
Yeah, and that led to the weekends of us hanging, and that led to when we got older, us hanging too. So it was dope boys, you know what I'm saying? I was with them like damn near 24/7.
Cause we got Cash Out Boys on this side. I mean, them was some, like, although the shenanigans was too much sometimes,
yeah.
Them was some of the most best times of my life. Just hanging with them, just being around on the weekends, just seeing how much more to life of that, because you a child, you don't really see that shit. You watch it on TV, but you don't know what it is to go to a party and then the outside popping and the inside popping and then shots rain off at the end. You know what I'm saying? Everybody scattering.
It was some wild days.
It was some wild days to be a child.
What was that one hall on Warren, the Barachet Hall? It was so many places, bro. It was
the Callahan, not Callahan, Callahan
Hall on 9 Mile Telly. Nope, on Evergreen.
Evergreen.
Yeah.
Ain't Evergreen.
Yeah. Some good ass. You had to been there.
You had to been there. Man. That was the shit. I think that was the first place I ever seen a pair of Yeezys get snatched.
And that was before I was even DJing, bro. But like I said, that's certain stuff that keep me on my P's and Q's.
When does DJ come into play?
It comes into play in my freshman year of college. So I went to Eastern Michigan. Went there to be a math teacher. And when I got to Eastern, my right-hand man then was Darko.
Shout out Darko.
So me and Darko was just, cool from being with the dope boys, but I wasn't doing shit up there, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? At that time, what car did I have? I had my yellow Monte Carlo with the Lamborghini doors.
Which scared that motherfucking car just. Ugh.
That was my baby, and
I wound up getting one.
I remember, what was yours? Was it silver?
It was maroon and white.
Maroon and white.
Maroon and white.
Yeah.
But if you don't do that, I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? It was a staple.
Yeah, those were the days. And I actually, it was one night I was analyzing my life. I wanted to play baseball at Eastern. I got up there, it was these big ass white boys, like throwing from center field into a bucket at home plate. I said, that dream is shot. I'm still small at the time. I'm like, I'm damn near 5 foot in college.
But you good though.
I'm good though.
That's
but it's
thing.
like, you know what I'm saying? But the white-black thing was fucking with me because I'm at a predominantly white school.
For sure.
Not predominantly white, but sports-wise, it's
right.
It's
anytime you go into college sports, it's gonna be predominantly.
So, and then classes too. You know what I'm saying? Only class I could pass was math class. I don't know what it was. I don't know if that was a Mr. Sharp thing, but
he was. Shout out to Sharp. I think I was just fucking. I got on his nerves so fucking bad.
That was my dude though. You know what I'm saying? That was Mr. Sharp was.
Once you show you got some type of likeness for a child,
yeah,
I'm gonna take it there.
Yeah.
And he was one of them too, cause he was always so fucking stern, but I made him fucking crack at least 2 or 3 times when I seen that mustache go. I'm like, I got him.
Mm-hmm.
I got him. I can act a fool in this motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Sharp was a real one.
Sharp was a real one.
I actually got blowed up at Easter, analyzing my life. First time I had smoke. And I was walking back to my dorm room from the train tracks, and I was like, damn, nigga, I can't dance, I can't sing.
But shit.
But I got long fingers. I love music. I'm like, man, how can I apply what I know in real life to my real life? And I know I knew math good, I know I knew numbers. So somehow DJing just popped up. It popped up in my head. And I was like, damn, this shit seemed fun, but I'm not a talkative person. All I knew about was DJ dramas, and I'm like, I need to talk. Damn,
which was huge at the time.
Yeah.
This is prime Gucci.
The movie,
this
Nickelodeon.
Is DJ drama. Jeezy done took a little seat. You know what I'm saying? This is really like that 08, 09, that 08, 07, 08. That's Lil Wayne, and that's Gucci, man.
Yeah, facts.
And Nicki Minaj and Drake coming out and all that shit.
So I'm looking like, nigga, I looked up DJing, I Googled it back then, and it said DJing is just nothing but math. So every song is a different BPM, it's a number.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking like, damn, I can do this, you know what I'm saying? And I went on my phone, and for the first 3 months, my name was DJBJ Drama.
I remember.
I had all my logos, everything. I just wanted to be. Drama was my idol.
I just remember you coming back and doing the pep rally.
So that was after I got into a lot of trouble. That was my second year of college. Yeah, that's I think when I had a green apple.
I just remember, I'm like, this nigga he about to DJ the pep rap. Who, BJ? He pull up. Oh damn, this nigga a DJ. You know what I'm saying?
That was my second one. That was my second year back. So I had a Nokia at the time, so I had typed in DJBJ, like, you know how one was ABC, two was whatever it was. So I typed in DJBJ and 3525 popped up. So then I started researching Gucci, Fendi, Prada, and I started researching like Diddy Bad Boy, Master P No Limit. Think to myself like, nigga, if Diddy get paid, but if Bad Boy get paid, Diddy still get paid. Like fuck, same thing with No Limit. No Limit get paid, Master P still get paid. And I started researching, like I said, Gucci, Fendi, Prada, and I'm looking like, nigga, what do this shit mean? And I started asking people around campus, like, what Fendi mean? What Prada mean? Nobody could give me an answer. They was just liked it because it was in hype.
What's inspired? What do you want to be? Why are you doing this?
Because I want to find a way to get paid twice. I want to find a way to get paid even if I'm not there.
What's driving you in life? Like, what are you chasing? Because in order for me and you both know to be at this level of success, we understand everything calls for action.
Mm-hmm.
It's one thing to have a dream. It's one thing to have a thought. It's one thing to have an idea. But to put that shit in fucking motion is a whole different demon. You know what I'm saying? So what's driving you at this point? Because you have worked consistently. You ain't never stopped. This damn near 20 years for you.
And I still ain't doing it.
And you still ain't doing it.
I think what drove me was not to be a fuck up. And I think what drove me that was because I seen a lot of people who came out of high school, and I'm talking about who came out before we even came out, and they was the man in high school, bro. And then you look back and it's like, nigga, like, what happened? How the fuck?
That's a funny feeling.
Yeah, and that's a feeling I never wanted to have. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so even if I ain't doing shit, it's gonna look like I'm doing something, and that look like I'm doing something is gonna turn into me actually doing something. You know? So like I said, word of mouth is everything. You know what I'm saying? I'm still stuck on that word of mouth. And at that time, I'm still stuck on the hype. Like, hey, I'm popular. Let me make some money off this shit. There's nothing, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, legacy can't pay no bills. I don't give a fuck what it is. Legacy can just not, unless you just got like a hit single music-wise. But
right.
Besides that, your name ain't gonna pay that rent for that, and that mortgage for that house that's $4,800 a month. You know what I'm saying?
See, a person like me understands now why you might be ahead of me, because you worked before me. Around that time, I ain't doing nothing but I got some of the same popularity, but we ain't doing nothing but smoking and fucking with girls.
Yeah,
I'm not doing.
I had that phase for like probably like a year. You know what I'm saying? And then I just figured out like the bad part about it, I figured out like a lot of my homeboys around, like they had hoes. And hoes just wasn't for me, because I'm a quiet person. I don't know how to talk to hoes. I don't know how to entertain the hoes. I'm only entertaining the hoes that like me.
But you get to a level where that don't matter no more.
That's
what you come into, because now you don't need to say shit no more.
Yeah. I don't even, to be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that'd be like, and the crazy part is, like, when social media came out, that became like worldwide. All right. Y'all 2000 may not know me, but it's gonna be 4 people right here who, you know, so, you know.
Yeah, these photos.
I'm gonna talk to these 4,
you know what I'm saying?
And these 4 is gonna let these 2000 know, like, you know what I'm saying, you standing next to legacy.
I'm gonna anoint these so they can go.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
So that's when it all happened, bro. It just kind of like happened out the blue. I had ended up moving to Tallahassee with my brother, and this when life started. Life started because left Eastern, moved to Tallahassee, and by this time I done changed whips. Yellow Monte Carlo gone. My brother had got the SS pickup truck. I got the SS Trailblazer as soon as it dropped. He threw his truck on 24s. I threw my truck on 24s. And he like, man, let's move to Tallahassee.
Fucking shit up. Fucking shit up.
That's when downtown used to be fun with all
fucking shit up. Oh my God. I just remember the time. You know what I'm saying? Fucking shit up, because you doing what you doing. You young, but you on grown man shit. This too, you really ahead of your time. But you at the same time, you sparking a nigga like me. That's another nigga ahead of his time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a sight. That's not easy to see. A nigga a year older than you driving shit your parents can't go to the dealership and then you gonna sit it on the foes. This the same shit I'm listening to Gucci Man say. Yeah. It's the same shit I hear in my music. You know what I'm saying? But now I got a picture in reality. You brought that shit to my life. And then it's so close, it's like, what the fuck, this nigga's my homie.
Yeah. I'm about to tell you some real shit though. So we driving down, my brother told me before we go to Tallahassee, he like, he was already living down there. He came home to get me and he was like, let's take out a student loan. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, never did it before. Cause Eastern was paid for, didn't know how that shit worked. So I'm like, fuck it, we driving down Tallahassee. I got like 300 to my name. So he called me, we on the freeway, passing through Georgia, he like, check your account. I'm like, what you mean, check my account? He like, let me check your account. I'm like, all right. Boom, they drop 100 bands in my account. Now I got $100,300 in my account. And then they dropped 100 in his account. So we get to Tallahassee, we supposed to stay on campus, and remember my grades fucked up from Eastern. So I was supposed to go to TCC, Tallahassee Community College, for a semester and then transfer over to FAMU.
Right.
So we supposed to stay on the TCC campus, all of that, and none of that. We went and rented a mansion down there. We went and bought motorcycles. I'm talking about house party every day. I'm talking about,
I just see it on Facebook.
Yeah, bottles, drinks. I'm talking about down there, Buffalo Wild Wings was a club. So, you know, we used to pull up the B-Dubs. He got the SS pickup. I'm in the SS Trailblazer. Next week we'd come back on bikes, jewelry, whatever.
Yeah.
So we probably ran through them 200 bands, bro. Semester started August 20th. We was broke by top of October. Yeah, blew it.
18, 19.
Yeah,
DTE
getting cut off, rent overdue. And then, you know, we did what we knew best.
Classic nigga shit.
Called our mom and dad, like, hey. And this was the first time in life they was like, y'all gotta handle that. Y'all gotta handle
Early.
They're like, y'all gotta handle that. So one day we at Buffalo Wild Wings, somebody steal my brother's motorcycle. So he pissed, we drunk, he hopped in the back of mine, we going home. And this can't indict me no more because it's over with. So we go home, we like, let me off, nigga, let me off. He hop off, he see another motorcycle, he break the neck, hot wire that bitch.
Take that bitch.
We gone.
We gone.
We get to the crib, we call our cousin from Alabama, he like, what y'all doing, what happened? He like, man, someone stole my bike, we just got another one. Like, I buy it from you. Whatever CC it is, that's how much I give it to you. Threw that bitch in the back of the pickup, drove to Alabama. Drove back, we like, nigga, shit, we back home. We just steal motorcycles in Tallahassee, we back rich. So nigga, use that 600, we went and bought a trailer. And every night, nigga, we went out, picked up chromed out 1000s, 600s, 750s, boom. Now we back to making 8 bands a week.
Easy.
Back on.
Easy.
Then one day that shit got jammed up, I got locked up.
Karma, bitch, though.
I got locked up, caught a felony case, transporting stolen illegal goods across state lines. They tried to double try me in Tallahassee. They started putting out hot bikes, tagged, you know what I'm saying? So, boom, I moved back up to Michigan. I'm a felon. Remember down in Tallahassee too, I'm DJing too. I'm trying to DJ, I'm trying to start. Right. Nobody will book me. At Easter, nobody will book me.
Damn.
Moved back up here, I went to Michigan Works to get a job.
I went there too.
And they gave me a job at Oak Park Public Schools to be the nigga who opened the doors for the computer classrooms when it was time for the class to go on there, so nobody stole the computers. And I had to wait there until the class was over with, lock the door back, so nobody stole computers.
Sound like problems early.
Yeah, worked that bitch for a week and a half. They called me in, said your fingerprint's dirty, we gotta fire you.
Which sound like solutions you had to come up with.
Yeah, so guess what? I'm back fucked up.
Back
Got shit to my name. Still this time, still got my nice ass car, but the worst thing you can do is be popular and be broke. Cause everybody wanna hang with you.
If you ain't got no money to hang.
I ain't got no money to hang. So, to be honest with you, bro, I went to my brother's house and I went over that bitch crying. You know what I'm saying? I said, bro, like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm a felon, can't do shit, and they can just do me 5,000. And he said, this is his exact word. He said, man, if you want a bad bitch, you gotta have bricks. He wasn't talking about drugs. He was just saying, like, nigga.
It's a slogan that you apply to everything.
He said, get on your grind. He said, you gonna boss up or you gonna bitch up? And with that 5,000, I went and bought my first equipment. And I had posted it on Facebook, taking all bookings. And before I knew it, my phone was blowing up because people knew I was so popular. They like, well, if we book this nigga, we gonna make some money because he gonna bring everybody out. And
which was what we were saying.
Yeah.
You gotta think, at that time, we following you.
Yeah.
Wherever you DJing, we at them parties. You know what I'm saying? Where BJ DJing that, because we knew you was coming with your following, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Even with the Facebook thing, you knew early to show what we doing, because we could see it. You made the visual. It wasn't like you did all this behind closed doors. You gave us a visual. I'm becoming BJ. I'm becoming DJBJ. So we get a front row seat, and then next thing you know, oh, he back.
Yep, came back.
Around that time, we just graduating, so now we the popularest niggas. All right, now where do the popularest niggas go to hang out? Well, shit, BJ over here DJ.
Yeah, that's before our time. Nah, I feel like that's when life started, bro.
I remember helping you carry your equipment back and forth to your truck down, me, Rio, and Sean.
I remember that shit.
You know what I'm saying? And then the truck come up missing.
You remember that? That's crazy. I was doing a party at Club Blue. It was an all Gucci Man party. It was just all Gucci music.
That was like one of the nights we didn't go.
Yep. And I came back from there, went back to my brother's house. At this time, he was staying on like 7 Mile and Stout. No, it wasn't 7 Mile and something, like between Greenfield and Coolidge. And parked the SS truck in the driveway, all my equipment in the back. He always told me to take it out. It was one of them drunk nights as a kid. Wasn't 21 yet, but you know what I'm saying, just enjoying life, making money, and came out the next morning with nothing but tire tracks. So SS truck was gone.
Damn. Oh, that's so good. I had that feeling. The first time I had a car stolen I was well into my 20s. I think I'm in 30. To feel it at a young, you probably thought the world was over. I thought that shit was like, my car stolen, what the fuck? How do I even get it back?
Yep. So I only had a few dollars to my name at the time. I knew like I had to do what I had to do. So went and bought some more equipment, and I went and got a fucking transit van, like a mini transit van. My credit was fucked up. I had like a 420 credit. I went and got a Ford transit van. And I'm about to tell you something I never told nobody else too. My auntie called my daddy, and she was like, I'm about to walk away from my house. He was like, all right. So she just left the house. It's on like 8 Mile and Evergreen, like right behind the Nikki D's, 2 blocks down. So one day I'm just driving past that bitch, and I just went inside. But she just walked away from me. You know what I'm saying? Took her furniture out. And I asked my daddy, I was like, nigga, what do people do with the houses when they just walk away from me? He's like, well, they just let it sit until the bank come get it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, can I live here until the bank come get it? He's like, nigga, you do whatever you want to do. He's got a key. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, fuck it, nigga. I squatted in that house, nigga, for a year and a half. Damn. Squatted in that house, and guess what? That's when the mixtape season started.
The Thoughts.
Yeah, I built a studio in the basement, nigga. Set the whole booth up. That's when I did Vezo mixtape, Dusty McFly mixtape.
Oh God, I don't even think we got to get to that because there's
Dope Boys mixtape, the tester.
We gotta come on. We gotta listen. You know, you don't have to tell me.
In a squatted house, bro.
You ain't gotta tell me.
No rent, no nothing.
Your legacy is your legacy. There is no. When you go to the radio, I'm gonna tell you what you do for us. When you
I didn't even own radio at this time.
I'm just saying.
Like,
I'm just saying. I gotta get this out before I forget. We smoking and drinking. When you go to the radio, you shift Detroit music as a whole, single-handedly. Nobody else. You give hope to every young nigga rapping. You make life obtainable.
Feel possible.
BJ on the radio. That's my homie. We was just in the fucking hotel room with, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We fucking with the same hoes. He on the radio. Which always put me in a place to, I'm with my homies, we kicking it, but in them idle moments, I'm a Pisces. I daydream, my shit get to going. And I'm watching my surroundings and the people around me. And I'm like, man, some of these niggas is really doing shit. You know, I always gotta play that bridge for you. I gotta connect the streets to what you doing. I gotta bring them niggas along.
You know, put them hip, see what's going on.
Cause I'm always on hip to what the fuck y'all doing. Yeah. I'm a visual. Like I said, 10th grade, I sat for down there the whole year before y'all even really heard me speak.
Right, facts.
You know, I'm a student of the game. So I'm always bringing it down to my niggas. Hey, look what they doing. Look what they doing. And then I conform myself to a version of what y'all doing to make it, it's like a bridge.
Yeah.
It's like a bridge. So when you do music and you on the fucking radio, it make me think I can fucking rap. You know that. I done performed at your shit. I done came to your shows. Only because you the gateway, you the door. Before you, if know you, I don't do none of that shit.
Yes, facts. I just wanna let niggas know, like, bro, like, this shit is, like, really, you know, when people say, like, this shit on the flow, I feel like that's an overrated statement, but I wanted to make that statement, like, nigga, like, for real, this shit is, like,
this shit on the flow.
Really on the flow.
This shit is on the flow.
Like, for real.
You don't get Deja Loaf without that. You don't get T Grizzy without that. You don't get Dope Boys Cash Out without that. You get nothing. We don't get the whole music scene we have now.
Yeah, I put my job and my life on the line for that shit. And do I get the credit that I'm supposed to get? Yeah, but no. Only because I felt like.
Why not though?
No, I feel like this is just me speaking, like, personally, because you know how, like, some people say, like, you did this, you did that, but while I'm doing it, I'm just, as a man, going through the motions. I'm trying to build. I'm trying to put myself in better positions too. You know what I'm saying? So, but that just taught me a lot about people, about life, and about the industry.
But you say you don't get the flowers, but you do.
No, I didn't say I don't get them. I just said it's like, it's probably not the, like, maybe it's pink roses. Maybe I want red.
But I get what you mean.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is, regardless of what they say, the lifestyle is here. That's harder.
But that's why I love it, because I've never been a person to give a fuck about what they think.
Because you know, living is harder than anything. Regardless of whatever they say about us, we gotta go back and live.
100%.
You got money, you got dad, you got children.
Legacy ain't gonna pay no bills.
Legacy ain't gonna pay no bills. And I don't see no problems with bills getting paid in the parking lot. So it look like you got all the flowers you need, because God gonna give you what you need.
100%.
God, that's it. God He gonna guide you. He gonna steer you in any direction, because you never know who's watching. I'm watching, always. I'm always watching.
That's real.
So, for you to be here sitting down, we on this podcast right now, it's your flowers.
That's fact.
Because you.
That's when you hit me, bro. I ain't second guess, say twice, none of that.
You gave me that.
This is crazy, nigga.
You gave me that.
Listen, if y'all knew how long ago, I don't even know if this is like.
I don't ask you. I ain't say bring that shit. You actually bring anything here.
No,
matter of fact, we got shit for you. Here.
This is like legendary.
What word? I gotta give you something. Just because you take your time out. You know what I'm saying? You can actually, you got a nail. Just bust that seal right there and crack that on open. That's for you. We appreciate you here. Your name on the wall. You've been coming. You've been supporting. We good. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta have you open that. It's for you.
And you got the G-Sneaks paper too.
It's a presentation, man. You gotta give it something.
Crazy.
I get that from you. Look at the fucking the message on that hat, on that tag alone.
Embodies vision, hustles, ambition, represent generations that transcend blue collar foundation to entrepreneurship. Every piece of fabric is sealed with thread of hustlers, innovation that holds the key to your legacy, wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. That's tatted on me.
That's you.
Knowledge and understanding.
What nigga reads that?
Be authentic, pay attention.
What nigga reads that? I read that shit. You know what I'm saying? You put it there, you know 90%, 99% of niggas never gonna read that. But the 1%, me, I read it. If you hold it right there, that's a new beginning. Same one on right. You know what I'm saying? New beginnings, angel numbers, triple ones. Give you the confidence to believe in your beliefs, your thoughts. You know what I'm saying? You got that green light. When the heavens say, you already know. When they open that road up for you, you go as hard as you want to.
How you do all this?
That's me. Shout out to Nike. Shout out to Nike for giving me the opportunity to do that.
It's crazy.
You know
Y'all see that right there?
Oh, wait till you see the other one. See the other one. That's your flowers. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate you.
It's good, my dog. Paper on here.
You ain't even got to get on. We ain't even got to you getting on the radio yet. Triple ones. I'm sure your parents know about playing that in the lottery.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
See, that come from, I actually got the triple ones. I started to get into the numbers. It come from, we own a beer and wine store. And I'm in there fucking with the lottery. You know, my customers is coming in. I'm actually, when we bought the beer and wine store, I ran it for like almost a year straight. And I just noticed the customers, that's the only number that would sell out.
Triple ones.
Quad ones, triple ones. And then I looked into the numbers, see what it was, and just what it means. And I just said, you know, I gotta do something about that. And then a new beginning should be white, right? Clean slate.
100%.
Clean slate.
That's where I feel like I'm at in life right now, new beginning.
That's crazy. Yeah, with Pizza Cat. With Pizza Cat. Go ahead, go, bro. You about to get the radio now. I don't want this camera to run out because it almost sounds like we're gonna have to do a part 2 anyway.
Say no more. Let's just say this. I was the hottest young nigga who didn't know nothing about the corporate world. I was just in the streets doing all the parties, and then before I know it, like my name on the radio commercials, this. So the radio asked him like how his name on the commercial, then he don't even work here. How the fuck he on all these parties, on all these big events, he don't even work here. So one day I'm doing bursts on Broadway, and
The flyers from high school.
oh yeah.
Fly them cash out boys, the dope boys, flyers from high school. Go ahead.
One day I'm doing a party at Burst on Broadway, and they called me. Club opened up at 10. They called me like 11:15. Like, hey, where you at? We need you on the second level. You know, once the first level get packed, they open the second level. So I'm like, nigga, I'm in the bed. You know what I'm saying? They're like, well, we're paying to come down here right now, bring your speakers, bring all your equipment. I'm like, how much? They're like $50. I hung up on them. My mama sitting right here, and she like, why you hung up? I said, I only said $50. She was like, no, this may sound crazy, but the biggest opportunity is gonna come with the most least money. So you know what? Threw my clothes on. I said I'd be there in 20 minutes. Got down there. I started rocking my flow. Before you know it, ain't nobody on the first level. Everybody on my level.
Everybody on your level.
And it's a dude in the club. His name's Shorty the Prince. So he took his shirt off because the flow hot. You know, ain't no fucking AC. He like, man, you going? What's up, man? He like, you ever thought about doing radio? I'm just thinking to myself, like, nigga, like, I'm damn near a street nigga by now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't thought about no corporate world. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I'm just living life.
We having fun. Too much fucking fun.
So he like, well, here got my boss number. You want to get on radio? Hit her up.
Facts.
So once again, I'm on my day, my go-tos. The next day, that was on Saturday night. Next day is Sunday. I asked my daddy. I was like, man, dude gave me this lady number. For radio, you think I should call her? What should I say? He like, just call her and tell her how you feel. Called her on that Sunday. I left her a voicemail. I said, hey, her name was Smiley. I said, hey, Smiley, I'm gonna let you know this is DJBJ. I'm the hottest young nigga in the streets. Y'all need to fuck with me. I'm gonna be the one who turn y'all up. Never got a phone call back. I don't think she liked my tone, my voicemail, but at that time, I'm getting into the cocky mode. I'm turning into myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to feel myself. So before you know it, Twitter came out. He put a post up on Twitter, hey, we looking for DJs. I sent the mix in. Ended up knowing some people who was just inside the industry for me doing events. They put a good word in for me. Got a phone call. Went into the office, signed my paperwork, and then here comes Shorty walking into the room. And Smiley like, hey, you see this nice guy we got besides the ignorant nigga you had called on my phone? And then Shorty like, that's the nigga.
That's the nigga.
And before you know, he was on radio every night. He had a full show 7 to 12, but I only DJ from 7:55 to 8:40.
We used to listen to that shit.
That's it.
Pay attention radio.
Pay attention radio. This is before pay attention radio. This is before even me by myself. I was on radio for 3.5, 4 years of me not talking. I just DJ. Because I remember I told you, I'm the shy kid. I don't talk. So this is how I know life works in levels, because 106 in Park ended up calling him and saying like, come on. So now the station open, wide open. So Dr. Darius come over. Now I'm on Dr. Darius' show. And before you knew it, Dr. Darius went back to JLB. Guess what? The station wide open again.
Wide open again.
So my boss came to me. And
that's how I do. That's how God do. He just clear that shit.
Yeah. My boss came to me and said, hey, we want to give you the full-time position. I said, well, I don't talk. She slid that piece of paper across to me, and she said, well, if you talk, this is how much you make. I said, damn, like I can really live, like, off that, plus what I'm already doing. Like, shit, you know what I'm saying? I could be there. I said, fuck it, you know?
There's a couple questions I need to ask you.
Go ahead,
I just need to know. Who are your favorite artists?
Right now?
Period. You're a DJ. You're the greatest DJ in the world. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna have to say, right now it's like Rod Wave.
Rod Wave. I get it. I get it.
I emotionally, like, I feel for him because I hear his pain. You know what I'm saying? He's a spokesperson for me. So the shit that I can't say because I can't rap, I feel like Rod Wave say for me.
Mm-hmm.
So,
that's how I am with Future.
Oh, same way. Yeah.
That's how I am with Future. I feel like certain artists provide soundtracks to life.
Yeah, that's one of my
it's
soundtracks.
It's one thing to make music and it's one thing to rap, but then it's another thing to provide a soundtrack for people to live to.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne, that's where you get your J's, your Waynes, your Futures, your Jeezys, your T.I.s. And if you could say, I got an hour trip.
Mm-hmm. A Rod Wave full album for sure. That's for sure. I'm probably gonna throw a Tupac album in there, and some Drake in there for sure.
Some Drake in there. You got a Drake and Drive.
Yeah,
you got a Drake.
Some Drake, and then probably Pimp C.
Pimp C.
Sweet James Jordan. Sweet James Jones was one or two. You know what I'm saying? That was a big thing for me, Tallahassee. You know.
When did you realize that you had to go into the club?
What you mean? Like, what you mean going to the club?
When you said, all right, I'm DJing at every club, right, every night. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to be on the radio, but then it's another thing to take that and say, you know what, I'm gonna monetize this shit again. I'm gonna go get my bookings every night.
See, the crazy thing was, before I got on radio, I was already in all the clubs. Mm-hmm. I was doing the South Beaches. I was doing the Evolutions before I was even 21. So once I was doing the Jeans MOS, I was doing the black parties, white parties, before I was even like on radio. So by the time I got on radio, it made people spend more money with the radio because they was already booking me anyway. Everything is relationships, bro. You know what I'm saying? Everything is relationships. So, and there's no better feeling than when a relationship joins a big relationship with the plug.
I don't even know what the fuck you talking about.
I know, but it's just like the radio station was the plug. You know what I'm saying? So, and a lot of people who do radio, bro, they don't know how to milk it. Radio, that wasn't a job for me. That was a platform.
Right.
So, like, fuck what y'all paying me. I figured out how to make money on the back end. And that's the same thing as like sponsors, endorsements, all of this. A lot of people waited for corporations and companies to come find them, or they have an endorsement with them, and then never find out who's really paying you.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the same thing. Like I said, I got involved with Remy. I'm still sponsored by Remy right now. I still get a check from Remy right now. But the main person from Remy Her name is Carrie. That's like my.
That's your girl.
That's my girl. That's my right hand. That's like I will call and cry to her. I will call and, but we still know how to handle business. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's like, if she was to call me right now, ask me for anything, it's done.
Right.
So that's why I say everything is relationships. So from that to Remy to Black Bottle Boys to Heineken to Wingstop to all of this, you know what I'm saying? I had to bring it into the station and be like, all right, spend some money, boom. So
one of the hardest parts for us is living up here. You know what I'm saying? We date the same women, we know the same people. How do you decide who can be around and who can't be around?
I'm gonna say my circle is small, bro. It's always been small and it's always not broadcasted. Like most of the time, who you see me with, it's probably who you gonna see me with. Mm-hmm. And who you see me post with or whatever, like you can distinguish between the two. You know what I'm saying? Like having a small circle is very important for a city like this because you got people who just group you, bro. You got people who just, you know what I'm saying, who go click because of that dollar. And that dollar is so powerful here because it's Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't give a fuck about being in the booth in the club and it's 1,000 girls and we gotta drink a Neho. Like, no, I'm popping my Remy. We don't drink Remy.
I'm never separating from Hennessy. I'm gonna just tell niggas that's my shit.
You know what I'm saying?
That's like blood.
So
I drink this shit with eggs and pancakes.
Tomorrow, hen.
Eggs and pancakes. I can drink this shit with anything.
I can't fuck with the hen.
Yeah, I love hen.
And that's only because, like I said, once again, I'm one of them people who, not saying hen is the hype, but I do my background research. Hen is for the moment. Hen is for the moment. In the club, pop bottles, this, to me, Remy represents me because it's, y'all can have that moment. That's just like, we won the championship, bottle of Hennessy. Remy is like,
see, but Remy is hard on the stomach.
But you gotta just know how to do VSOP, got 1738, the XO.
I have no drag with this. I with Hennessy, I can go 2-3 days.
That's me with Remy though. I drink this like water. You know what I'm saying?
My brother drank Remy, and every time, now me, I will drink anything. You know what I'm saying? I don't turn down liquor, especially not free liquor. If the idea is to get fucked up, we gonna get fucked up.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And just depending on what we get fucked up with is how fast we get fucked up and how worse the fuck up is. Right. But the idea is to get fucked up, so we don't discriminate. But Hennessy keeps me I don't have to worry with the Hennessy. I can just say, I know with this shit in me, I'm going full me.
That's how the Remy is. But I came up off Remy though. So like for me to even get this sponsorship and endorsement and this connection, this relationship with them, it's like it was destined. This one me and Shorty used to drink every day on radio. This one I used to have Remy V before VSOP. We used to get a pint of it, lemonade. We used to steal the station trucks when they had the Hot 175 Hummer. Steal the station trucks, joyride down Jefferson. Like, you know what I'm saying? They don't even know we drunk. We stealing t-shirts, like. My whole thing with life, bro, is I'm asking for forgiveness before permission. You know? So,
yes.
Before I say, can I do this?
I'm gonna ask for forgiveness first. And I do that with God, period.
My bad.
Walking into every situation. God, you know who walking in. Mm-hmm. Let me walk out how you want me to.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Facts. We actually don't sit down until we become fathers. Because I honestly don't believe that we can even, I don't think we could survive in this level of the generation that we in right now. It'd have been detrimental for the shit that we was doing. Our level of not giving a fuck is destined for our time.
For sure.
Because if you apply the same shit that we was doing to now, with the level of influence that we have, man, the streets would be a bad place.
But these new niggas, let me put this on camera. I'm afraid of these new niggas.
Yes.
I don't do no Sweet 16s no more. I don't do no backyard parties. I don't do no prom send-offs. I don't do none of that shit. People think I be finicky. This. No, I don't fuck with these new niggas.
You gotta go home that night.
Yeah. And you know why I feel like these new niggas is how they is? Because they're not afraid of nothing because they've seen it all. You gotta imagine when we was growing up, bro, social media.
Show me to them.
Yeah, like, I mean, social media, bro, we couldn't go online and see a nigga getting his head popped off, the bullet go in, the blood come out. We couldn't see that. Now these new niggas,
It fucked
they
me
see
up.
that shit.
It fucked me up the first time I seen them put a white sheet over a nigga in front of Club Blue.
Mm-hmm.
That made me never go to Club Blue ever again.
Facts.
They can see a nigga head, just type in bullet wound.
Well, that's just like even porn, nigga. We had Channel 78.
BET Uncut.
Yeah, pay-per-view, you couldn't, but now you can just type in porn, niggas go see porn, so they don't give a fuck about a bitch. Like,
I think they just don't know which part to believe and which part not. There's such a thin line between reality and non-reality.
Yeah.
It's hard for them to say what's real and what's not. So whatever they get seen, show, or focus on at the time, that's just what take them. And that's why TikTok is one of them things that's just too fucking strong.
You gotta have a smoke and mirror image in life right now, bro. You gotta know how to justify the, where's the mirror at? And which part is you looking at it or is you looking through it? You know what I'm saying? Because some people think glass is mirror. No, you can see through that shit.
You can see through that shit.
Yeah, you can still see yourself, but you can see through that shit. You know what I'm saying? So
it's breakable too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You in the first image, you see a perfect image, and then you see an image every motherfucking way.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a screen within itself. On that aspect of level, any goddamn way. I just appreciate the fact that you can turn around and remember your footsteps.
I think that's how what get me up every day, bro. That's just like, it's like I posted this other day. I said if somebody would have told me 3 years ago that I'd be slanging pizzas right now, I would have said shut the fuck up.
How is that? How is the pizza cat? I ain't even been able to get down with it.
It's amazing, bro. It's different for me because I feel like for all these years I've supplied my energy and my vibes to other buildings. And as much as I want to do me, I still got to do them. You know? So when this opportunity came about, it was like I can finally do me but do something different too. You know what I'm saying? Like we really like, not corny, but it's like keep pizza weird. You know what I'm saying? It's like
I used to deliver pizzas.
For real.
Remember that shit? Jets.
Oh, yeah.
Jets, Rios, you know what I'm saying? That was I damn near think one day I'm gonna have to shoot a movie about a pizza delivery guy, because that shit was crazy.
Yeah, but this shit is different, bro. This shit is learning about operations, learning about, you know what I'm saying, real business, you know what I'm saying, like, even learning the mechanics, bro, of when this bitch closed, this bitch gotta open back up.
I know your world. I ran a pizzeria for like 3 years.
So it's just like, you know, like people think the hardest part is like making the pizza. My hardest part is cleaning up and prep. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that part is easy, though. Nighttime comes time to close, they're an extra hour and a half.
You get a $400 order.
Boy, you're not bitch sweating. Then it's like, nigga, another ticket.
Look, I remember Town Center, Southfield. Town Center.
The tall building.
They had like a $400 order. I just started out delivering, and I didn't know. I'm coming off the elevator. Now, mind you, they threw a $30 tip on there, so I'm on it anyway. I'm getting this bitch. So I go. They got like 15 extra larges. I go. I got the dolly wrong, so I'm pushing.
Dropped all them bitches
in front of them niggas. I'm coming out the elevator with $400 pieces, and they just say on the fucking floor. Man, by the time I got back to the pizza shop, man, the owner was furious. He was furious. And them just bring back some of them days, because even then, on deliveries, you know what I'm saying, we paying attention to what the fuck you doing.
Yeah.
You know, we using this as a hustle, we using this as a platform. And I just always understood from the people around me and things that you was doing, this ain't the end.
No, never.
It's
I like
never
pizza
the
cat,
end.
not my end all be all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know this ain't your end all be all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think everything is a door. Doors was meant to be closed for another one to be open. And sometimes that next door won't open until you close that last one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm one of them people too, bro. Like, I just wake up and try shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, even my salon suites. I was just woke up one day and I said, hey, I want to do salon suites. I love, like, making money and I don't physically have to be there. Sometimes you gotta just set the platform up. That's like my studio, you know what I'm saying? Like, I be ducked off in my back room, but normal operations, I don't legitimately have to sit in rooms with these people.